After weeks of crisp mornings and gentle sunshine, the UK's rare autumn calm is ending. The high-pressure system that shielded us is fading, opening the door to a dramatic shift. Get ready to swap sunglasses for waterproofs as wind, rain, and colder air sweep in. This isn't a minor blip. It's a full reset, marking the true arrival of late autumn. The change starts this weekend, driven by powerful Atlantic lows eager to break the quiet. Models agree, the tranquil spell is over, and a much more active, challenging pattern is here. Time to dust off those sturdy boots and waterproof coats. Winter is knocking. The first signs of a dramatic shift in the weather begin to appear on Saturday evening. As the sun dips below the horizon, the sky transforms into a canvas of deep purples and grays, signaling that something significant is on the way. The air feels heavier, and a subtle chill creeps in, hinting at the changes to come. Moisture-laden air from the Atlantic surges inland, carried by persistent winds. Along the coast, low clouds begin to blanket the cliffs, and a thick fog rolls steadily over the fields, blurring the familiar landscape. The scent of rain is unmistakable, and the distant sound of waves grows louder as the wind picks up. By late evening, cloud cover thickens dramatically in the west. In Cornwall, a steady drizzle dampens the narrow lanes, while in the Welsh countryside, gentle rain taps against windows and soaks the rolling hills. Farther north, the streets of western Scotland glisten under a persistent silvery rain, and locals pull their coats tighter as they hurry home. As night falls, the weather takes a turn for the worse. Rain intensifies, forming a heavy organized front that sweeps eastward across the UK. The sound of rain drumming on rooftops becomes a constant companion, and flashes of lightning occasionally illuminate the storm clouds as they roll over city skylines. Streets empty as people seek shelter from the downpour. By Sunday morning, the transformation is complete. Towns and cities across the country wake to a world washed clean by relentless rain, with puddles forming on every street corner. The wind howls through alleyways, turning umbrellas inside out and sending leaves swirling through the air. The calm of previous days is now just a memory, replaced by the unmistakable energy of a full-blown autumn storm. This is no passing shower or brief spell of rain. Instead, it's a persistent, unyielding deluge, with gusty winds that rattle windows and make the outdoors feel raw and unforgiving. Trees bend under the force of the wind, and the relentless patter of rain creates a steady rhythm that echoes through the day. The Atlantic has firmly taken control, sending wave after wave of unsettled weather across the region. Out at sea, the ocean churns with white-capped waves, and the sky remains a brooding gray. This marks the beginning of a prolonged spell of wet, windy, and unpredictable conditions, as autumn asserts its presence with authority. For many, this weekend signals the start of a new, blustery normal. The weeks ahead promise more wind, more rain, and a constant battle with the elements. It's a time to dig out waterproofs, brace for gusts, and accept that autumn's wild side is here to stay. So, as the storm rages outside, plan for cozy indoor activities and keep the kettle ready. Whether it's reading by the window, sharing stories over a hot drink, or simply listening to the rain, this is the season to embrace the comforts of home. Autumn's true character has arrived, and it's here to stay for a while. Forecasters are especially concerned about eastern Northern Ireland this weekend. A yellow warning is in place from midnight Saturday to midday Sunday for intense, persistent rain. Widespread totals of 20 to 30 millimeters are expected, with up to 100 millimeters possible over higher ground. This could mean surface flooding, hazardous travel, and even power disruptions. Residents should clear drains, reconsider travel, and stay alert for local flooding. The ground is already saturated, so rivers and streams may quickly overflow. For eastern Northern Ireland, Sunday is a day to stay indoors and stay safe. After a weekend marked by relentless downpours and umbrellas dotting the streets, don't expect the weather to settle down just yet. The atmosphere remains charged with energy, and the transition into the new week promises to keep us on our toes. Unsettled weather will dominate the early part of next week, with frequent changes in sky conditions and gusty winds making their presence felt across much of the country. From Monday through Wednesday, expect a real mix. Periods of bright sunshine will be quickly replaced by heavy, sometimes thundery showers. Lightning and sudden bursts of rain could catch many off guard, so it's wise to keep an umbrella or raincoat handy. These showers will be especially frequent and intense across England and Wales, where the ground is already struggling to absorb more water. More organized bands of rain will sweep in from the Atlantic, bringing persistent wet spells that leave only brief windows of dry weather. The saturated ground means that even moderate rainfall could quickly lead to surface water and local flooding. Flood risks remain elevated in already soaked regions, with waterlogged fields and swollen rivers a common sight. Local authorities are keeping a close eye on flood-prone areas, and residents are urged to stay alert for any warnings. Despite the wet and windy conditions, temperatures will start off on the mild side, especially in the south, where highs in the mid-teens Celsius will offer a brief taste of spring-like warmth. These milder moments will be welcome, but they won't stick around for long. This is very much a transitional phase, wet, changeable, and only temporarily mild. The weather will keep shifting, making it tricky to plan outdoor activities as sunshine can quickly give way to another downpour. Later in the week, all eyes turn to a dramatic temperature plunge. A powerful cold front is set to sweep in, sending temperatures tumbling and bringing a real chill to the air. You'll want to dig out those winter coats and scarves once again. The real shock to the system is just around the corner, as the mild start gives way to a much colder, wintry feel. Prepare for a week of rapid changes, keep an eye on the forecast, and be ready for whatever the weather throws your way. The real headline arrives from Thursday as the North Atlantic setup shifts dramatically. A mid-Atlantic ridge blocks mild air, opening the floodgates for Arctic air to surge south. Temperatures will plunge 5 to 8 degrees Celsius below average, with some places struggling to reach even 6 to 9 degrees. Brisk northerly winds will make it feel even colder, a true taste of winter. Showers may turn wintry over Scottish high ground, with sleet or wet snow possible. This cold spell isn't fleeting. It could last through the weekend and into the following week. It's a stark reminder that October can deliver a powerful wintry punch. The Northerly Plunge will be next week's main weather story. The Arctic air mass brings widespread overnight frosts as clear skies and light winds let temperatures tumble. Rural and sheltered spots will see lows at or below freezing, ending the growing season for many. Motorists should prepare for frosted windscreens and icy patches in the mornings. The north will feel the chill most, but even the south won't escape the first proper air frosts. Crisp, frosty mornings will be beautiful, but signal the true arrival of winter's chill. Time for extra layers, warmer duvets, and making sure the heating works. Cold nights are here. As we look to late October, weather models diverge on what comes after the Arctic plunge. The American GFS model predicts a quick return to milder, wetter Atlantic air by Halloween. In contrast, the European ECMWF model keeps the cold, northerly flow in place, prolonging the chill. This means Halloween could be either mild and damp or cold and frosty, depending on which model wins out. Ensemble forecasts hint at a rebound, but temperatures likely stay below average. The Canadian GEM model's absence adds to the uncertainty. For now, the Halloween forecast is still in the balance. Watch this space. With models split, Halloween's weather remains uncertain. Two scenarios are possible. If the GFS is right, expect a milder, less frosty evening, though rain is still possible. Trick-or-treaters would need fewer layers, and the night would be more comfortable. If the ECMWF prevails, Halloween will be cold, with temperatures well below average and a risk of frost. Costumes will need hats and gloves, especially in rural areas. Most likely, temperatures will rebound slightly but remain on the cool side. Plan for a chilly evening. True mildness looks unlikely. As we look ahead, the UK is bracing itself for a significant shift in the weather. What started as a period of relative calm is quickly giving way to a dramatic transformation. Winds are picking up, rain clouds are rolling in, and temperatures are set to drop. The familiar tranquility of the British countryside is about to be replaced by the raw power of nature, reminding us just how quickly things can change at this time of year. In particular, Northern Ireland is facing the brunt of this change, with heavy rain sweeping across the region. Flood risks are on the rise, and travel conditions are becoming increasingly hazardous. Roads that were dry just days ago are now slick with water, and drivers must navigate through deep puddles and unexpected flooding. It's a stark reminder to stay alert and cautious, especially if you need to be out and about during these downpours. But it's not just rain we need to prepare for. An Arctic plunge is sweeping south, bringing with it widespread frosts and a genuine taste of winter. Early mornings will greet us with shimmering ice crystals on the grass, and the air will be crisp enough to see your breath. These frosty conditions can catch people off guard, especially after the milder days of early autumn. Now is the perfect time to get ready. Take steps to winter-proof your home, check your heating, insulate pipes, and make sure your windows and doors are sealed against drafts. In the garden, cover delicate plants to protect them from frost and bring in anything that could be damaged by the cold. Don't forget your car. Top up antifreeze, check your tires, and keep an ice scraper handy. And of course, dig out your warmest coats, scarves, and gloves so you're ready for whatever the weather throws your way. As we approach Halloween, the forecast remains uncertain. Will it be a night of spooky fog, relentless rain, or a sudden cold snap? The only thing we know for sure is that the weather can change quickly, so it's wise to keep checking for updates. Whether you're planning to go trick-or-treating or just want to enjoy the autumn festivities, staying informed will help you make the most of the season. The best way to handle the unpredictable weeks ahead is to stay flexible and well-informed. Make a habit of checking the latest forecasts on your phone or TV, and be ready to adjust your plans if the weather takes a turn. Talk with your family about what to do in case of severe weather, and make sure everyone knows how to stay safe and comfortable, no matter what comes. From torrential rain that soaks city streets to biting cold winds that cut through even the thickest jackets, late October is shaping up to be both memorable and challenging. The weather will test our resilience, but it also brings a certain excitement, a reminder of the changing seasons and the unique beauty of autumn turning to winter. So as you wrap up for the weeks ahead, remember, staying warm, staying safe, and embracing the seasonal shift is all part of the experience. There's no such thing as bad weather, only unsuitable clothing. With the right preparation and a positive outlook, you can make the most of whatever this unpredictable British weather has in store.